Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have Fran Navarro with 1041 rating versus KD 35 with 1186 rating, so it's going to be another high rated DB video, and hopping right in, we will go ahead and see KD win the rock, paper, scissors shoot, and they will decide to go first, 40 versus 40, gotta love to see it. Opening hands, we got Nibs, Stovey, Engraver, Big Welcome, Ku Klok. They have Conahawk, Nemesis Flag, Laura, Conahawk, and Imperm. Also, I will be back to a 3 upload a day schedule very soon, but I am a little bit sick right now, so it's a little bit harder to do. But I will be back to that very shortly. So just know that is coming. It is coming. But normal summon out Conahawk, and then Conahawk effect. That's gonna banish Laura effect, and then that's gonna go ahead special summon out the OG Laura. Then we can tag out into Ulti Conahawk. Ulti Conahawk effect to go search, Ulti Conahawk effect to go summon. So bring out 2, dump the OG Laura, search out when, Conahawk effect to go banish the Rapengu, and then we're just going to link off into the link 2, and then activate the effect, banish extra normal out, effect special summon back out Rapengu, and then on that summon, we're just going to let that go, okay, and then Rapengu effect, banish, go dump the Apelio. And then now they're going to go ahead and tag out, bring out the Ulti Galapaleo. That's good. Banish, bring out the Nochi Drago. Which also, I think more people need to summon Ulti Galapaleo. I see a lot of people, like even like people who have very good results with the deck. They don't go into this card enough. I feel like people just never make it. And this card definitely helps you beat Nib. But they're going to go in the Nochi Drago, tag out into the link effect, tag out to go ahead summon out Wen and the Apelio, and then we're going to go ahead and turn those into the Ulti Conahawk effect, go ahead, put back, and then search out Ritual Beast Steeds, and then summon Nemesis Flag by putting back the Apelio, and then Nemesis Flag effect to go search, grab out the Corridor, okay, so we're going for Colossus, summon out Corridor, and then we can make Colossus, set Imperm, and then just pass turn. Okay, so decides to hold the Ritual Beast Steeds in hand, which is kind of crazy, right? Because you have Ulti Galapaleo with like multiple cards in hand that you can banish. So I'm not too sure why you would keep Steeds. I feel like you would set this. But also, to be fair, the Fran person is known for playing Labrynth on DB and only playing Labrynth. So maybe, you know, that's why they did that. But they're going to go in main phase, activate Ku Klok effect. Then they're going to go activate Stovey, discarding itself plus Big Welcome. And then they're going to go ahead and negate that with the Ulti Galapaleo. And then they're going to try to activate Ku Klok effect. It says one was sent to graveyard to activate it. I was just double checking to see that if it got negated, would this still be able to work? But yes, it will be able to work there. Okay, and then they're going to go ahead and try to add her special, and then chain Nib, and then they're going to go ahead and chain to negate that also. So summon out the Ku Klok, and then they said it's main phase still. I mean, I guess this is like fine. Because they still have like an extra negate for the opponent's turn now, but I don't know, I feel like Steeds, like, I feel like it ends up trading better than a negate will a lot of the time, but this is fine. I mean, this is still a lot, so they're gonna go ahead and still main phase, and then they were linking off, and then they just submitted defeat. So on to the next game. We'll go ahead and see Fran go first. Like I said, Ulti Galapaleo, that card's so crazy. It's so crazy. We got Big Welcome, Stovey, Ariana, Ku Klok, D-Barrier. They have the Winda, E-Telly, Ash Blossom, Elder, and Imperm. So we're going to start off by going Ku Klok effect, set Big Welcome, normal Ariana, effect Chain Link 1, get hit with Imperm, and then chain Big Welcome. Then they chain Ash Blossom, which is just like, that's really tough. Activate Stovey, discard itself, plus the D-Barrier. Go ahead, set the Welcome Labrynth. Ku Klok effect, special summon itself out. And then we're going to use those to go ahead and make Yama effect to go search out the Shavara. Then, you know, pop, summon Shavara, make the Solo Rage. Shavara effect can go ahead, set Escape from the deck. That's fine. Yeah, this package is pretty good, especially because like Solar Rage gets to add back any fiend, Yama can summon back out any fiend, so you're able to go into like your Labrynth stuff with it. But now we're gonna pass. They draw the Wen, activate E-Telly. E-Telly bring out the new Lara from the deck. This also has its protection off of the field, not just the graveyard. That could be something that'll come up. Then they're gonna go normal, summon out Elder, activate the escape to try to pop Solar Rage plus Elder, and then they're gonna go ahead and banish to protect, and then now we're gonna go Solar Rage to add back, and Yama to go ahead summon Welcome, Stovey. They're not going to use their effective special or anything like that, so bring out Stovey, set Welcome, add back Shavara, summon out Solar Rage. So interesting that we decided to not go for an Ariana at any point with that, but now they're going to go normal, summon out Winda, and then try to go into battle phase. So they're able to go battle phase, crash into the Solar Rage, and then Winda effect will now go ahead and special summon out the Link 4, which will now be over the Soul of Rage. Yeah, and then they just go ahead and they admit defeat. I mean, did they really like lose there yet? Did they? I mean, they have this, which like adds back, and then they can normal. I guess they do get a lot out of that, to be fair. And the Labrynth player isn't really on a whole lot. And then also on top of that, if the opponent had Protoss in their deck, but we don't know if they do or not because they went for Colossus last game. I was going to say if they do have Protoss, then they can just like Protoss called Dark, and then the Labrynth player can't really do anything, but at least like they still are like a trap deck, and they can play on the opponent's turn, so maybe try to play in the standby phase against the Protoss. But they just submit defeat and leave there. So the Fiendsmith Labrynth Unchained deck ends up losing. Yeah, the opponent, they played it well. They made the ulti Galapaleo. To be fair, the Fran Navarro also like played into it because they could have dropped Nib on the opponent. And then we had the Ku Clock into the Lovely Labrynth, which would have been able to stop the opponent. Because the opponent's next play would have been like, Nochi Drago, Link 2, summon 2 bodies, but we have Lovely pop. So Lovely would have been able to out one of those bodies and stop them from comboing. But I guess, did they have Lara in the grave? I think they may have. And if they did have it in the grave, then we weren't able to stop it anyways. So maybe we just have to hope that the opponent messes up and then we can nib them. Or we just hope that they don't have enough Ritual Beast cards. So where we're able to set up our pop at the end of the turn and have nib. But the opponent did have enough negates for it, and they left Steeds in hand, which helped them out a lot too. Having like the extra negate on top of that, way better than having the pops against the Labrynth deck. Infinitely better to have all the negates. But I am happy that I got to see Ulti Galapaleo summoned, because I think that was the first time we've actually seen it like, not summoned off window, but like hard summoned. On the channel, like maybe ever, well not ever, but recent times. Okay, but we will see that the match was about 13 minutes long. It was a very quick match, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's nice to see good Ritual Beast players though. Maybe I'll try to get them on the channel again. Also, these players have a lot of rating. Like, to be high rated right now, you only need like 600. KD35 has like double that. But with all that being said, the DB Grinder signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.